Greetings, viewers. Vengeancer here. Today we're going to talk about fishing. I mentioned it before in my tax-free silver making methods, but I never really went over fishing in depth. I touched on it briefly, but I think this would be a good standalone video, so here we go. Let me get my notes out. Okay. Before I go get our ship out and head out into the ocean to talk about hotspots, this little guy here in Velia, city of Velia, his name's Abilene. Talk to him to do a quest. Now there may be a prerequisite quest. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I did that, if there was. The quest that you're looking for now is repeatable, and it's called Fish for Villagers. I've already talked to him and taken it. You get a bunch of contribution XP, and all you gotta do is fish one of each of the fish and give it to the NPCs around Velia. Well, the reason that's important is because we're gonna go out into the Valanos Sea up here, around in here, and there are a lot of hotspots, which is what I'm going to be talking about. It's good for the hotspots are places where I guess you could call them higher quality fish. They're not like the rare, but they are rarer. Oops. There's a golden fish. We're fine. Now, if you have a ship, you can come and actually right click. Left click. Left click and it'll actually port you onto your ship. So you don't have to try and swim out to it. We're just going to go out here to while I talk about this, while I look for some hot spots to kind of give an example of what they are. Now you got to be a certain fishing level to be able to see the hot spots, and I forget. Let me look that up real quick. Video level to see fish hot spots. Alright, so you gotta be at least skilled. You get past professional 5, you'll be pretty much guaranteed to see hotspots. You just see more and more of them. It's based on your fishing level. Let's get around this guy's boat. I don't have anything special as far as boats go. I have a Caravel, a Furia Caravel, green gear. I need to get the blue gear, and I need to do bartering to get all of the materials to upgrade to a carrack. That takes quite a while, so I'm not going to do it. And I see a hotspot on the horizon, so we're going to pull up to it, and I'm going to do some fishing while I kind of talk about why fishing AFK and active is good for basically silver investment in the future. It's not great active silver. You can go and grind and make a ton more silver. But if you like fishing, then hotspots is the way to go, because you're going to catch only goldfish from the hotspot. But anywhere you see these little seagull swarms, that's a hotspot. You roll up to it. This is where active fishing comes in, so you roll up to the hotspot. Put your thing on, and just let it sit there. Now, I'm going to click on more and hover over fishing real quick. As your fishing goes up, your prize catch rate stays the same. I mean, it levels very, very slowly. The prize catch is where you get the prize fish, and of course our hotspot went away, so I'm going to have to go find another one. Hotspots only last a few minutes. I think it's like 10 minutes or something like that. Let's roll up this way. I kind of just pick a spot, let my ship auto run. Let it auto run and look around while I'm looking for the seagulls flying in the air. I have my ship sail my sails on my ship to be transparent so I can see the seagulls a little better. Anyway, as I was saying, get out of here. As I was saying on this, prize catch fish rate goes up as you level your fishing up. Mastery does not affect it. Mastery affects the harpoon level that you can use, and you can see there on that menu. The reason the fishing is important, if you auto fish and just leave it up, it's going to auto cast over and over again. It's going to fill your inventory. While the fish aren't massively worth a ton of gold or silver, it's going to benefit in other ways. Mainly leveling up trading, because you sell the fish to a trader. Anytime you sell stuff to a trader, it gives you trading XP. Eventually, you're going to want to be at least artisan 2 trading, so without any effort whatsoever other than just walking to the trading NPC and selling what's already in your inventory, you know, for 30 seconds of right clicking and auto running, that's not much effort to passively leveling up your trading. Let's see, we'll go up here. Of course, I won't find a hotspot while I'm trying to make a video on it. But yeah, passively upgrading the trading is, I mean, that's worth a whole lot more than the little measly amount of silver you're going to get from the actual fish. That's why I usually just catch blue and gold fish. Now the next thing that I want to talk about as far as the trade level, that feeds into the trade crates later on, so it is worth leveling that up. Now there is a trading bonus that you can get while fishing. Say you're fishing down here, and I'm going to use Grana as an example. Say you're fishing here. You can travel all the way across the map, all the way up here to Valencia, and sell those fish. You don't have to have the nodes connected, and you'll still get a huge distance bonus. All just for running up there and clicking on the NPC and selling it. That's cool. Now there's another thing, is the Imperial. Let's see if I can, I don't remember where it is on here. No. Maybe here. Trade info. No, that's not it. There may not even be a tab for it anymore. There isn't. The Imperial delivery, I'll show that. I should have showed that before we left. We're not getting hotspots, and this is starting to get frustrating. Sometimes you sail around for a very, very, very long time without finding a hotspot. There's usually one over here. Come on, use the skill. The hotspots are more for active fishing. It just guarantees getting goldfish. And if I can't find one here quickly, I will. I'll just end this off. But I would appreciate being able to fish one, at least one, to show what they're like. There's one. Hopefully this one doesn't disappear before I get to catch a fish at it. Video has really good sea content. A lot of people think it's boring. I don't. I like sailing around, even if I'm not doing anything. And even if it doesn't make me a whole lot of silver. I still enjoy it. Alright, so I always click do not board, that way somebody can't kidnap you. And as you level up, you'll be able to set what grade of fish is discarded. I always discard green and below, but you have to have certain levels. So professional, you can select this one. Once you hit artisan, you can select that one, and master, you can select yellow. I could throw yellow away if I wanted, since I'm higher than all of those. But we'll fish here real quick. No, I usually just stay at these hotspots until they just go away. They're depleted. Now the reason that the quest I showed at the beginning is important is because if you do this quest, you can do it once every 3 days. Once you've done it the first time. Let me catch this real fast. Fishing minigame, DWSD. Yeah, you get a spotted sea bass. Now, I don't think that actually put it in my inventory. Yeah, of course it didn't. Lag. Alright, so for this quest, you can take it every 3 days. You do get the CP, but you also get a 3 triple float fishing rods once you turn this in. That is under fishing. If nothing else, they're worth 9 million apiece. But they do triple the catch that you get. So you will be able to get multiple fish with one cast instead of, there's a chance that you can't. So they're valuable during fishing events. I stockpile them up. I think I sold the ones that I had a while back. They may still be in here. I think I used them all or sold them. Yeah, I sold them all. Too much junk in there. Alright, so I'm gonna catch this guy again. Yes, www. Get R first this time, so I can show. It's 141,000 silver per fish, and if you do distance bonus, it's gonna go up. It's not bad for semi-AFK. All you gotta do is float out here, set here, wait till you hear the prompt, do the mini game, recast. Or you can just let it AFK and you won't catch near as many fish, but I mean you can still go from hotspot to hotspot. So I've explained hotspot fishing. I've explained why the AFK versus active is important to passively level the trading up, and you'll get every little bit of silver helps. And as you can see with my fishing level, it doesn't take very long for the active to kick in either. Now the other thing that is important is, depending on where you fish, and I usually set mine up in Heidel, right outside of, right there by Heidel on the dock, by the storage keeper, because that's where I have my home base set up. Yeah, all my workshops and crap, it's all right there. Well, if you're in Velia, you can do this too. The big cities like Heidel, Velia, they're going to be, the fishing resources are going to be exhausted. You can see out here, these fishing resources are abundant. What that means is the auto fishing time just takes longer if they're exhausted. So like me sitting here with the cast, waiting for the fish to pop, that takes longer if the resources are exhausted. Now when they're abundant, you can see I'm reeling in fish after fish. And why this matters, and of course this hotspot is for spotted sea bass. There's other hotspots for other types of fish, which is how I'm going to do this. So I caught this spotted. I need to find one for black porgy, tuna, and grunt. But I wanted to explain the abundant versus exhausted. Now, during the nighttime, it's usually exhausted, so I never really fill my inventory up on the auto fishing because it takes it longer to pop up each time. Now, before I explain the other key part of why I went into the exhausted versus abundant and why AFK fishing is important overnight besides leveling trading, I'm going to talk about the map. If you Google fishing spots on the map, there's a resource map. I don't know the website off the top of my head, but it will show you every fishing hotspot in the game. That way you can map out where you want to go, their location, and just sail by and see if they're there. Makes it very efficient. Let me reel this in, and then I'll go back to talking about my other point. Okay, let me bring my shot back up. The reason it is important to AFK fish overnight is these right here, these ancient relic crystal shards. You can read the tooltip. If you get 5 of them, you arrange them in a plus sign, click it, it gives you a scroll. These scrolls you can do in a group or solo, depending on your gear score. Groups are usually better, you get more rewards that way. These scrolls are how you get memory fragments if you're a free-to-play player. You don't want to spend your silver on memory fragments. Let your AFK fishing overnight do its job. Leave your character up, level your fishing, level your trading. Both of them get leveled passively. All you gotta do is leave the game on. You can even minimize it to trade and it uses less resources. I collect anywhere from 15 to 25 of these a night. Now the memory fragments are going to come in huge when you're upgrading your combat gear, or even upgrading your life skill gear. You're going to need it to repair. If you're AFK fishing this stuff, you're not putting any time or silver into it. Most importantly, you're not putting any game time into it. I mean, we all have very limited time, but you're not putting any time into it. So you're basically getting these crystals for free, meaning all you gotta do is combine them, run the scrolls, go kill the boss real quick. You get memory fragments for minimal effort. And you're not dumping silver into them. Yes, it takes a little longer, but it's very cost effective. This is the #1 important reason why fishing is important. Perfect cast. That's a good way to end it off. I'm going to finish running this quest, I think. I may just return to the dock. I haven't decided yet, but figured this would make a good little quick 15-20 minute video on fishing and why it's important. I know the fishing job is a little bit boring, but it is still very important when you're a free-to-play player. With that, I'm signing off. If you guys made it this far, thanks for spending your time with me, and give me a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe if you're not. There's always new videos coming. With that, I am out of here. I will see you guys next time.